To the Little General Shootout. Chris Kidd with you with Cam Strobel, our engineer, for our fifth game of the day, as this will pit the Spring Valley Boys Basketball Club at 9-8, taking on the Parkersburg Big Reds Ball Club at 7-10, as the tip is underway, and it is controlled by Spring Valley, as they'll have it in the front court. Again, the Parkersburg girls just winning by 40 points against Spring Valley in a dominating performance, and a nice move on the inside by Corbin Page to get things started for Spring Valley. Parkersburg into the front court as they get it over near side for Carson Dennis. And Parkersburg comes in, losers of 3 of their last 4 games coming into this contest, and a 3 up and good by Sam Potts to get things started for Parkersburg. We saw plenty of that from the Parkersburg girls team earlier as they knocked down 14 threes in that win. Now the other way, Spring Valley looks to answer. No good from Brock Booth, but rebounded by the Timberwolves as C.J. Meredith looking inside, able to find Page, spins back inside again, and there goes Corbin Page for his second bucket. 4-3 now in favor of Spring Valley. It's up top, driving in. Tough defense there as Dennis able to draw the contact. And they'll call that on the shot, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as they get the foul on Brock Booth. Again, Parkersburg, mentioned they lost 3 of their last 4 games. They lost to George Washington last Thursday, 85-42 in that contest. They've had their difficulty getting going at certain stages this season, as you see there on our video productions instant replay the foul, but Dennis unable to convert on either free throw. So rebound comes down to Spring Valley. 4-3 the lead for the Timberwolves as they get it over left side. 3 on the way and short as Meredith thought he got fouled on it, but no call, so it'll stay here with Spring Valley. As I say, last touched out of bounds by the Big Reds. As it'll be Meredith the inbound. It gets it in deep for Chase Maynard. Maynard gets it to the free throw line, now back out. 3 on the way from the corner, no good for Brock Booth, and now outlet pass going to get away and out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Parkersburg, so it'll go back over to Spring Valley, holding a 4-3 lead here in the first minute and a half of the contest. Spring Valley coming in winners of 3 of their last 5 ball games, as tough fade away that time off the mark. Rebounded though, put back up and in by C.J. Meredith. And Spring Valley beat South Point, Ohio 64-49 on Saturday in their most recent contest, trying to build some momentum as they head down the final stages of the regular season. There's only a couple of games left on the slate before we begin tournament play in just a couple of weeks. There's nice penetration driving in. Ball knocked away, though, from Potts, and going to say out of bounds, and it'll go over to Spring Valley. As Julian Martin checking into the game now for Parkersburg. As that'll send Chris Farson to the bench. They get it up ahead. Meredith cross-court pass knocked away as he tried to find Page, but Page gets it back. Spins to the baseline, puts up the jump hook, no good. Rebound comes down to the Big Reds. As they cross the timeline into the middle, short jumper inside, spins around and falls home for Noah Umpleby. So he gets his first 2 of the game, and the Spring Valley lead now down to 1. Other way, wide open 3 on the way and count it for C.J. Meredith. So they break the pressure easily that time, and Meredith able to bury a 3. 10-5 in favor of Spring Valley. A tough fade away in the lane. Count it for Julian Martin, his first bucket of the game. I should say 9-7 in favor of Parkersburg, or Spring Valley, I apologize. As driving in is Maynard. Maynard gets underneath, and he'll get all the way to the basket and lays it up and in. So back and forth affair, just like the girls' game earlier, is underway already. 11-7, just 3 minutes into the contest. Now we've got the big board up here in the building, keeping track of the scores as well, as we've hit the afternoon hour now, as we've been here since 8:30 this morning doing games. We're on game number 5, so this is the midway point of the day, as underneath getting free and putting it up is Josh Kopech, and he gets his first bucket. Now Meredith goes for deep from 3, no good this time, rebounded by Potts. Potts spins away, gets up the floor on the right side, gets in on Page, and we get a whistle and a foul called. as Meredith came in late and tried to pin it against the backboard. And that foul's going to go against Corbin Page. That'll be his first. And now at the free throw line, you have Sam Potts. Again, our next and final game that we'll be carrying here today on Video Productions will be the Morgantown girls against the South Charleston girls. His first free throw short from Potts. And now Parkersburg 0 for 3 from the line. So you see the drive, and there's the push on the back end by Corbin Page that drew the foul. Second free throw up, this one off the mark as well, but nicely rebounded inside by Martin. Kicks it out for three, too strong by Umpleby, and the rebound comes down to Spring Valley. As we approach the midway point of the first quarter, 11-9, Spring Valley leads it. Pump fake by Booth, gets it back into the corner for Meredith, goes for three, no good off the mark, rebounded by Martin underneath, so he'll sling it up ahead. Trying to find his way in as Potts. What a spin move, getting all the way to the rack as he finishes with the spinning layup. It's 11-all. Now back the other way, Booth tried to attack, Maynard tried to attack quickly, but nothing there. Gets it out to Booth. Now over left side, driving in, cut off. Now, oh, what a fake that time by Maynard. Gets the shot up and gets the friendly roll. Again, put on a great fake as he slammed on the brakes that time. Up the floor, 13-11, Spring Valley leads it. On the right side, Umpleby kicks it off for Austin Fleming. Now over into the corner, three no good by Martin, and rebound comes out long into the corner for Booth. Cross-court pass for Meredith. Meredith dribbles in, jump steps, caught in the air, but kicks it out. Maynard there for three, and he's able to connect. Chase Maynard with 7 points now here in the first quarter. 16-11, Timberwolves lead it. Top of the key, dribbling in his Potts. He'll stop, pop a jumper, no good off the front iron, and rebounded by Page. Gets it off to Reese Stevenson, now into the corner. Three on the way again, no good this time from Booth, and now we'll get a whistle and a timeout called by Parkersburg as Coach Maynard wants to talk things over, calls a 30-second timeout. These two teams do like to get up and down. Again, you look at their season averages, points per game, Parkersburg averaging 66 per game, Spring Valley averaging 65 per game. Defensively, Spring Valley giving up 68 points per game, Parkersburg giving up 71 points per game. As we said, we'll have the Morgantown girls and the South Charleston girls coming up at 4 p.m. today here on Video Productions. Then we'll move all of our production side up to Polka, West Virginia, where tonight it'll be the Polka Dots taking on the Logan Wildcats in a battle of two top 5 teams in Class AA, as that'll be a revenge game for the Logan Wildcats as they were eliminated last year in the regional final by Polka and upset 61-55 when everyone felt like it would be Logan in the state tournament. Instead it was Polka, so it'll be interesting to see how David Early and company battle back against McComas and company of Polka. It'll be a fun matchup tonight starting at 7 o'clock on Video Productions. It's down low, Parkersburg trailing it by 5. They get it over to the left elbow for Dennis, now back up top. Dribble drive in by McHale, puts up a soft floater, no good, and rebounded by Page underneath. He'll give it off to Meredith into the corner. Thinking about a three was Jace Caldwell, instead gets it up top. Now Page drives in, puts up the soft floater again, and there is Page going back to work. He's got 6 points here in the first quarter, and the lead is up to 7. Potts stops inside the three-point line, and he'll bury a top-of-the-key jumper. And back and forth they go. That's 7 points now for Potts in the opening period. Up ahead pass almost intercepted by Potts. He got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Now Page will go to the bench and get a breather here as we have 1:51 to go in the first quarter. Maynard will get it cross court for Meredith, drives in left baseline. We get a whistle and a bump on the floor, so no shot. They're going to get the bump that time on Josh Kopech. That'll be his first, as both teams with 2 team fouls apiece. As Meredith gets it in the right corner. 3 on the way, and count it for C.J. Meredith. He's got 2 threes this quarter and 8 points alone, 21-13. Over left side, Umpleby looks to answer. No good from the left wing for three. Rebounded, though, by Parkersburg. Put back up. No good. Ball still loose underneath. Dribble back out by Dennis. As he'll reset. Gives it to McHale. Now inside comes Umpleby. Had it knocked away. Picked up, however. Puts up a wild shot, but fouled on it is Kopech, and he'll go to the free throw line with 1:14 remaining in the first quarter. They're going to get the foul that time on Spring Valley's David Livingston, who's just checked into the game. First free throw up and good for Kopech. He's got 3 points. As you see here, just the frantic pace underneath. And there you see Kopech was caught in midair, but then got hammered on his way down and able to pick up that foul. Second free throw by Kopech, rattles around and falls through. 21-15, Spring Valley leads it. Closing in on a minute to go in the first quarter. Three from the left wing, no good. Grazed the rim by Caldwell. Now back the other way. Dennis drives in, and a whistle and a travel called on Potts. And Parkersburg cheering section not happy with the call, and neither were the coaches for that matter, as we get a look at here on our replay. And couldn't see his other feet that time because of the crowd of bodies, but looked like he did pick up his pivot foot or take an extra step that time. His outlet pass underneath coming in and unable to finish is Livingston. Rebound comes down to Potts with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Potts pulls up, misses off the backboard, no good. Rebound comes away to the Wolves. Under 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Meredith looks inside and off the hands of Livingston, and wow, what a pass that was by Meredith as he went no look that time. And Livingston wasn't expecting it. It goes off his hands and up against the back of the wall. So final 30 seconds of the first quarter. We'll see if Parkersburg holds for one here. Again, they do have possession here to start the second quarter. It'd be wise of them to maybe try and hold here, but instead they turn it over. Now let's see if Spring Valley tries to hold for one here as Meredith across the timeline. 15 seconds to go in the first 8 minutes of play. It's Spring Valley running it down to 9 seconds. Now to Maynard. Maynard penetrates in, kicks it out. Meredith gets a good look from three. No good. Rebound tipped around, taken by Maynard. Puts it back up and in as the first quarter comes to a close, and Spring Valley leads it 23-15. Back after this as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here live on Video Productions.
Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Make your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Start of quarter number 2 here from West Virginia State University. Chris Kidd here with you with Cam Strobel, engineer, as Parkersburg gets the ball to start the second quarter, trailing at 23-15. Parkersburg coming in at 7-10. Spring Valley at 9-8 on the season. They get it out top for Dennis. Swings it over right side. Dribbling in is Martin. He'll take jumper inside the free throw line and gets it to spin home. It's Julian Martin with 4 points now in the contest. 23-17, Spring Valley in front as Page takes it over into the right corner. He had 6 points in the first period. Now Maynard with it, who had 9 points. Out front, 3 on the way, short, but there's Page on the rebound. He goes back to work on that right block. And a quick timeout. Yes, it was timeout. I thought for a second maybe they'd given a technical, but no, it was a timeout called by Parkersburg. It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well with 7:24 left in the first half as you're watching the Little General Shootout right here on Video Productions.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why.
7:22 remaining here in the first half. Chris Kidd with you alongside me, Cam Strobel, our engineer, as Parkersburg trailing Spring Valley 25-17. As Potts out top with it. Hands it off to Umpleby. Now back over to Potts on the right wing. Tries to penetrate on Maynard. Cut off. Gets inside the three-point arc. Gives it over to the right wing. And three is up and good for Carson Dennis. So a big three to fall there for the Big Reds as they cut the lead back down to 5. Up top, they swing it around the perimeter. Open look, right side, rolls off, no good by Booth. Rebounded by Martin as he'll kick it up ahead for Dennis. Dennis into the middle, kicks it out to Umpleby. Now he'll get it left side. Dennis will go for three from this side. This time no good. Martin gets the rebound. Back to Umpleby. Noah Umpleby able to connect. He's got 4 points now. And a quick 5-0 spurt for Parkersburg. And now it's Spring Valley that wants a timeout. With 6:23 to go in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. But a nice little spurt by Parkersburg out of their timeout a second ago. Now Spring Valley wants to talk things over as they've controlled most of the ball game here thus far. But now all of a sudden it's back down to a one-possession game. As again, it's our 5th game of the day here from West Virginia State University. This morning it was the Hurricane boys knocking off the Philip Barber boys, 75-65. Then it was the Gilmer County girls beating the Lincoln County girls 58-45. Then you had the Lincoln County boys staving off the Gilmer County boys 65-57. And then the Parkersburg girls team, the defending AAA state champions, knocking off the Spring Valley girls 95-55. And all 14 players scored in that game for Parkersburg. Out of the timeout, Maynard rejected on the weak side. Retrieved underneath by Page. He'll go back up and finish. Again, Corbin Page has been unstoppable on that right block as 8 of his 10 points have come from there. On the other end, Potts tried to race Meredith to the rim but put too much English on that layup. Now back the other way, driving baseline and a reach in, it looks like, as Ben Turner was able to get the corner, and now they do get the foul. It'll go against Julian Martin. That'll be his first. Now checking out of the game will be Kopech, and he'll get a breather as checking in will be Austin Fleming for Parkersburg. Up top, Maynard with it, a 5-point lead for the Timberwolves. Nice entry pass to Page, takes it in strong, but we got a whistle and a foul on the floor. And really, it just had a difficult time trying to defend Page thus far. He's just been such a monster on the inside. And that's going to quickly be the second foul against Julian Martin. And right there you see it, able to get by. And Martin, all he could do was try and reach in. He was dribbling in. Booth jumper may have been deflected as Page tries to save it. But out of bounds, it'll go back over to Parkersburg. So Umpleby will bring it up the floor. Parkersburg still within striking distance, down by 5. Now we got a whistle and a blocking foul up top. That'll go against Booth, and that's going to be number 2 on him. We'll get a look at it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay. You see Booth tried to draw the charge on that coming off of the screen, but instead they caught him moving, so that will be number 2 on him. Dennis going up against Turner, now gives it over right side, dribbling in, kicks it back out. Fleming, he'll take the jumper, line drive, no good. Now here comes Spring Valley on the break. Meredith throws up a tough shot and gets the soft fall. So he's got 8 or 10 points now for the game. And able to get the soft touch off the backboard that time. So we hit the 5-minute mark of the first half. 29-22 Spring Valley. 3 on the way. No good by Umpleby. Rebounded underneath. Knocked away from Fleming. And Page comes out of there with it. Now up ahead come the Timberwolves. Into the corner, Meredith. Ball fakes on a 3. Gets inside. We got a whistle and a foul called. They're going to get this on Umpleby. That'll be his first. Checking back in is Sammy McHale. They get it into Page. Ball knocked loose away from him, and Fleming comes up with it. So he'll get it outlet pass to Potts. He'll bring it up the left side now into the center, trying to back in, get fouled on the way up. And right now, both sides just committing careless fouls on both ends. Just a lot of reach-ins and a lot of grabbing on both ends right now. And that'll send Potts to the free throw line. They get that foul on Ben Turner. And Potts able to connect on the first. He had 7 points in the first quarter, now make it 8 for the game. Potts able to connect on both free throws. Again, he missed both back in the first quarter, but he hits both here. So lead back down to 5 with 4:27 to go in the first half. Crossing the timeline is Turner, gets it back out to Maynard. Maynard back to Turner. So a little congested at the top of the key. Now they get some spacing back as they get it over. 3 on the way, counted, and the foul. C.J. Meredith able to hit his 3rd three-pointer of the half and a chance for a 4-point play. And just getting out and getting way too close to him that time was Potts on that release. And he just couldn't slow his momentum down enough to get out of the way, and Meredith able to complete the 4-point play. So he's got 14 points now in the first half, and the lead is now swelled to 9 as we hit the midway point of the second quarter. They get it over to Potts. He'll try to answer for 3, and he does. A big 3 right back as Potts committed the foul on the other end, but buries the 3 back on this end. Parkersburg continues to hang tight here with the Timberwolves, 33-27. Up front, Meredith gives it over to Maynard. Maynard dribbles into the corner. Fleming now out on him. Inside look, nice pass underneath, and able to finish on the left side is Livingston for his first 2. 35-27, 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Fleming dribbles in, now dishes off on the low block. Wild shot put up. Again, that one way off the mark for Farson. He thought maybe he'd draw in contact. Now back the other way come the Timberwolves, trying to build this up to a double-digit lead. Meredith pump fakes. Gets it to Maynard in the right corner. He'll dribble to the right elbow. Now to the free throw line. Jumper no good. Rebounded though by Page. Page goes back up with it. Turnaround no good. Rebounded, taken away by Fleming. They've got numbers back the other way. They get it over to Potts. Potts, cross-court pass to Umpleby. He'll drive in, puts up fadeaway, no good, and rebounded by Page. Page, outlet pass for Meredith. Meredith drives in right side, gets the layup to go. C.J. Meredith just continues his outstanding first half. He's got 16 points altogether. 37-27 Spring Valley. High arching 3 by Farson, airball no good. Rebound comes down, now outlet to Page. Page drives in left side, stops, and can we have a tie-up? Yes, we do. Great defense by Potts that time. Able to tie it up. Possession error will stay with Spring Valley, but they prevent the easy layup. And now Parkersburg wants a timeout here with 2:26 to go in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout, as you see here. Page going in, and Potts just doing a nice job keeping his hands up. And Page just went right up into his body and able to draw the tie-up was Potts that time to prevent the easy 2. So down to 2:26 to go here in the first half. Spring Valley has extended their lead out now to 37-27. And if you're Parkersburg, you want to try and go on a little spurt here at the end of the half to keep this below 10. And as we said, they've lost 3 of their last 4 ball games, including losing to George Washington by 43 points last Thursday night. So, you know, Parkersburg feeling a sense of urgency, needing to get a key win here heading towards tournament time, but Spring Valley likely feeling the same thing. They've had a up and down season, as it's been kind of a win-lose type of year for them. And they'd like to be able to get a couple of wins in a row to try and string together some momentum themselves going into tournament play. As Dennis off of the steal goes for three, no good. Rebounded underneath by Meredith. Long outlet pass up the floor, caught by Turner. Spin move, goes up, can't finish, but what a pretty move that time by Turner to create that opportunity. As Umpleby up the left side, he'll stop, he'll pop a three, no good. Potts fights for the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be last touch by Spring Valley, as he and Livingston both got there at the same time. Now it'll be Potts to inbound it, gets it into Umpleby, puts up the quick shot, no good, and nice box out by Livingston. Outlet for Page. Page gets in on Dennis, drives in and lays it up and in, as Corbin Page, 6 points in each quarter now, has a dozen, and the lead is up to a dozen now for the Timberwolves. 1:43 to go in the second quarter. Potts to the free throw line, pull up jumper, and he gets it to fall as Sam Potts continues his strong first half. He's got 14 points now of his own here in the first 16 minutes of play as they get it back to Page. Free throw line jumper, and Corbin Page now showing off the range. He's up to 14 points. 41-29. Back out to Dennis. He'll swing it over left side for Potts. Potts steps back, gets a screen, now dribbles inside the arc, pull up jumper, and there it is again for Sam Potts. So Potts continues to try and answer for every basket that Spring Valley is getting right now, but his team still trails it by 10. Now a chance to cut into that as a steal. Dennis takes it in left side. No one there to cut him off, and Carson Dennis able to get all the way to the basket as nobody stopped the ball that time. So 42 seconds to go here in the first half of action. Meredith has had the odd hand for Spring Valley. Pass is tipped, but into the hands of Turner. Page, nice backdoor pass to Livingston. He misses. Now the ball fought for him. We're going to get a whistle and a foul with 29.3 seconds to go in the half. And they're going to get that foul on Kopech. That's going to be his second. That's team foul number 6. So the next foul, should they have one in the final 30 seconds, will put Spring Valley at the line. Out front for Maynard. Let's see if Spring Valley tries to hold this for one with this 8-point lead. As Meredith checks the clock, now goes to Page at the left elbow, kicks it into the corner, back out to Turner, down to 15 seconds. Spring Valley will wisely run this down. Turner in the corner for Maynard with 8 seconds. Maynard steps back, fakes a three, now over to Turner. He'll go for three, no good. There's Page with a strong rebound, counted and the foul. Corbin Page attacking the rim as soon as that shot went up and able to get the inside position for the layup and a chance for an and one. As he has had a monster first half with 16 points, looking for 17 here on this free throw. No good, but tip back up, no good at the horn. And that'll do it for the first half of action, as Spring Valley has slowly but surely extended their lead as they will take a 10-point lead into the half. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter after this brief break, as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Yes, a word exists for confidently navigating the day-to-day, and it's Westfield. It means you come first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, always. It means protection turned on full blast, and so much care and courtesy, it's contagious. Westfield is a word that's also a company, one made out of people and promises kept. It's a word that still feels like insurance, but more like home, mixed with vacation, with some sunshine on top.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
At Farmer Climate Campbell, we pride ourselves on providing classic service.
You get a firm that's concerned about you, your family, as well as the legal process.
We combine the newest technology and digital tools
with our 35 years of experience
to help you get more than the insurance company wants to offer.
Traditional service,
contemporary techniques.
It'll never go out of style.
Call 346-5990.
Steve, is that your car?
No, it's a rental.
Start of quarter number 3 here from West Virginia State University. Chris Kidd here with you with Cam Strobel, our engineer, as Brock Booth gets inside to finish for his first 2 of the game. And right back on the other end, Noah Umpleby answers back for his 6th point of the game. As you look at the first half scoring, Sam Potts for Parkersburg led the way with 16 points, then Dennis with 5 points, then Umpleby, Kopech, and Martin each with 4 points to round out the scoring for the Big Reds, since then Umpleby up to 6 points. We'll run through Spring Valley's first half scoring here in just a moment. It's up front, Maynard takes it into the left corner, cut off, now shovels it into the right corner as Booth pump fakes, goes up and gets the banker to go. So he's starting out strong here in the second half with all 4 of Spring Valley's points. Spring Valley was led by Meredith and Page. Each had 16 points in the first half. Now knocked away underneath, recontrolled by the Big Reds as point-blank shot no good. And now we're going to get a foul underneath against Parkersburg. And that's going to go against Carson Dennis. That's going to be number 2 on him. Spring Valley also had Chase Maynard with 9 points and David Livingston with 2 points. And now Brock Booth with 4 points into the scorebook to start the second half. They go down low to Page. Page turn around inside, no good. Rebound comes down to Potts. He'll race back the other way, trying to get in transition, knocked away nicely by Stevenson. He'll stay here with Parkersburg. And we've got one more game coming your way today here on Video Productions from West Virginia State University. It'll be the Morgantown girls against the South Charleston girls coming up next. Then tonight we've got another game as Page rejects it out of bounds as Martin tried to challenge and just was thrown out of the paint. But it'll stay with Parkersburg. But later on tonight on Video Productions at 7 p.m. we'll have Logan versus Polka in a battle between 2 top 5 teams in Class AA. So make sure you join us for that. You won't want to miss that contest. It should be a barn burner from start to finish. Up top, spinning in is Martin. Tough fadeaway, no good. Rebounded by Dennis, though. He'll go back up with the left hand, and Carson Dennis now with 7 points. So lead back down to 10. On the other end, quick pull-up 3, no good. What a rebound, though, and put back up and in by Maynard. Came swooping in out of nowhere off the miss from Booth and puts in the spinning layup. He's got 11 points now. Now a 3. On the other end falls for Carson Dennis as he's trying to get going now. He's got 10 points. Both teams answering back here in the third quarter thus far. It's Page. Gets it back over. Pump fake. Step back for 3. No good that time by Maynard. Long rebound comes out. Here comes Parkersburg as Dennis fouled in the front court as Stevenson tried to cut him off from driving and got his hands in, knocked him down. So that'll be the first foul on Stevenson. As Potts will inbound into the backcourt for Umpleby. Parkersburg trying to string together a run here. And climb back into this game. Spring Valley extended it to about this margin midway through the third quarter, and we've been there about ever since. It's Dennis. Gets it to Potts. His pass knocked away by Meredith. Now his outlet pass knocked away and taken by Potts. 4 on 3 right now as Potts drives in. Can't hit, but he's fouled on the play. And that'll send him to the charity stripe with 4:53 remaining in the third quarter. As that'll be the second foul now on Stevenson as he's picked both those up here this quarter. And Parkersburg coming in at 7 and 10 with Spring Valley at 9 and 8 as free throw by Potts rolls around and falls home. He's got 17 points now. Parkersburg losers of 3 of their last 4 games. Spring Valley winners of 3 of their last 5 coming in. Potts gets both free throws to go, and the lead now is shrunk to 7. So Stevenson will bring it up the floor for Spring Valley. Kicks it over right side. Driving is Meredith, and a whistle and a bump on the way to the rim, and that's going to go against Umpleby. So that'll be number 2 on him. You get a look at it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay. Again, just a nice take that time by Meredith to get the baseline, draw the foul. Now Page gets it on the low block, tries to go up and had it rejected and out of bounds off of Page. So one of the few times here this afternoon that Page has been unable to convert on the low block. And a chance for Parkersburg here to close this down to a 2-possession game. Dennis waits for everyone to get in their spots. Now gets it over. As Kopech gives it back out front for Potts. Potts goes up with a jumper. No good off the side of the rim. Rebound knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Martin as it touched his foot last. Now the ball got wedged over here, and it went underneath. Uh-oh. Yeah, it went underneath the bleachers. Maynard trying to reach for it but can't find it, and now the officials just say, do you have another ball? Yeah, that ball somehow just got wedged underneath and wouldn't budge. And now the officials do have a new basketball, so I'm sure they'll try and retrieve the other while they use this one, but thankfully you always have a backup on hand. As we approach the midway point of the third quarter, Stevenson. Bounce pass over to Meredith, takes a deep three, no good this time. He knocked down a few in the first half but couldn't find that one. Now here comes Dennis, brings it up, floor, over to Potts on the right wing, back out to Dennis. The lefty swings it over to Umpleby. Umpleby's going to step into a three, no good, it was on line but missed. Kopech on the shot, rejected by Page. Now ball knocked loose, saved by Maynard. Up ahead, 2-on-1, lob up for Meredith, and he will convert on the right side. Good lob pass that time, and Meredith able to convert for his 18th point. 51-42, Spring Valley leads it. Dennis puts up a tough three, no good, off the side of the rim, rebounded by Meredith. Turns, spins, perfect pass up ahead. Booth puts it up, can't finish, rebound knocked loose in the air. Booth shaken up on the play as he'll get up and head the other end. Umpleby underneath, finds Kopech. Kopech fakes, then rejected by Meredith. Kopech gets it back into the corner. Dennis goes for three, count it! Carson Dennis with 8 points here this quarter, 13 now for the game, and the lead is down to 6. It's the closest Parkersburg's been since late in the first quarter. Now Maynard out front for Stevenson, over right side, three up by Booth, in and out, no good. It got halfway down and came back out. Now up ahead, Dennis drives in, puts up a tough shot and gets it to go, and the lead is now down to 4 as Carson Dennis has been electric here in the third quarter with 10 points and a timeout called by Spring Valley with 2:42 left in the third quarter. And it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here as Coach Maynard wants to talk it over with it being 51-47. As we'll take a look here on our Little General instant replay, again off the missed three by Booth. Dennis quickly looking up ahead and getting in on the right side and threw it up against his body. Again, that's a very tough shot to hit. And Dennis able to have enough control to get that banked in. Again, he's got 10 points this quarter. He's got 15 for the game now. And Parkersburg has crawled all the way back from 14 down to now within 4. So how will Spring Valley answer out of the timeout? As we said, both these teams trying to get some momentum going into tournament play here in just a couple of weeks. Spring Valley's had an up and down year, winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one, just kind of back and forth. As down low, Page can't convert, but gets it back, and the big man puts it up and in. Corbin Page now with 18 points for the game, and the lead back to 6. Now they get it over to Martin. His three off the mark, rebounded underneath, taken away. Outlet pass by Turner, up ahead to Page. Page pump fakes, lets his men fly by, but misses the layup, rips it away, goes back up again, and he's fouled on the way up as he slams the ball as he gets it back again, as Noah Daly had the rebound and just had it ripped out of his hands by the bigger Page. They're going to get that foul on Daly as well. It's Page 0 for 1 from the free throw line today. First one up and good. And here you see it as Page right here, nice fake, went up, just left it short, but then just ripped it away from Daly. And Daly really had no choice but to foul him on the putback, or else it would have been an easy two. So after the lead had shrunk to 4, now Spring Valley with the last 3 points, looking to retake an 8-point lead. And Page able to do so. He's got 20 points now on the game, 55-47. As Parkersburg up the floor, Umpleby on the right side. Hands it off up top. As Sammy McHale gets it back out for 3, no good. Rebound taken by Page. He'll bring it up the floor himself. Takes it into the center, gets it over to Meredith after he made the defense collapse, and Meredith makes him pay as he hits a 3. He's got 21 points, and now it's Coach Crislip that needs a timeout with 1:43 left in the first half, as it'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. Be back after this as you're watching the Little General Shootout right here on Video Productions.
Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Yes, a word exists for confidently navigating the day-to-day, and it's Westfield. It means you come first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, always. It means protection turned on full blast, and so much care and courtesy, it's contagious. Westfield is a word that's also a company, one made out of people and promises kept. It's a word that still feels like insurance, but more like home, mixed with vacation, with some sunshine on top.
Welcome back, everyone. Chris Kidd here with you from West Virginia State University. That's Cam Strobel, our engineer. Parkersburg with the ball, trailing 58-47 after a 7-0 spurt by the Timberwolves here in the last minute. Now Umpleby, top of the key, goes out, had it knocked away, stolen that time by Turner. Almost had an outlet pass for an easy layup for Meredith, but had it poked away. Spring Valley closing this quarter on a flurry. Now Meredith just going to take the straight on 3, rolls out, no good. Rebound underneath was controlled by Spring Valley, but now taken back by Parkersburg. Up the middle of the floor comes Kopech, now out to Martin. Martin looking for help, finds Dennis on the right wing. Dennis dribbles into the corner, puts up a shot, but had it rejected, and then nicely done by Potts as he knocked it out of bounds while in midair off of Turner. So it'll stay here with Parkersburg. They whittled the lead all the way down to 4, but now 7 quick points by Spring Valley have given them back a double-digit lead as Umpleby kicks it over to Dennis. He'll take a 3. This time he misses, rebounded by Page, and they're going to get a bump foul here on Martin. That'll be number 3 on him with 46.8 seconds left in the third. Turner gives it back to Maynard. Possession arrow with Parkersburg right now. As Meredith, nice spin move to get to the baseline, and C.J. Meredith there again to convert. He's got 7 this quarter and 23 for the game. Now a steal in the backcourt. Maynard chases it down, and he's going to get fouled from behind by Umpleby. That's going to be 3 on him. So after such a good quarter by Parkersburg, things coming unraveled quickly here in the last 2.5 minutes. And Spring Valley has scored the last 9 points, take a 13-point lead. Meredith thought about stepping back for a 3, instead gives it off to Page. Quick pass inside off the hands of Meredith, and you saw him, he was angry at himself, but he looked at Page and said, too hard. And Page whistled that one in there, trying to beat the defense to the low block, but now Parkersburg could get the last look of the third quarter with 15 seconds left as Page across the timeline. Now goes to his right with 8 seconds. Tries to get into the paint. We get a whistle, and they call the foul on the floor this time as they're going to get this on Jace Caldwell. It's 5 team fouls against Parkersburg. And that'll be the third against Spring Valley. 4.4 seconds left in the quarter. Tough entry pass knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Parkersburg. So we have 3.9 seconds now showing on the clock. They get it into Kopech. Kopech, not a lot of time here. 1 second left. Stolen. Heave at the horn is no good. And that will do it for the third quarter of play as Spring Valley will take a 60-47 lead into the final 8 minutes. Back after this as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here live on Video Productions.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them.
Start of quarter number 4 here from West Virginia State University. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me Cam Strobel, as we are here for a Little General Shootout. This is the 5th game of 9 today. We'll have one more for you after this before we say goodbye and head to Polka for our game tonight, as Potts hits a step-back 3 to start the 4th quarter, and that's exactly what Parkersburg needed. So he's got 21 for the game and the lead down to 10. Quickly Maynard into the front court. They get it out. Wide open 3 on the way, but short by Booth. Rebound into the corner, taken away by Parkersburg. And Parkersburg was able to get on a run in the 3rd quarter and close it to 4, and now they've closed it to 8 as Umpleby able to take the pass from Dennis and get the baseline for his 8th point. Lead down to 8, 60-52. So get it out front for Maynard. Maynard will now retreat back, swings it over to Booth. Booth over left side for Livingston. Livingston brings it back up top. Almost lost control of the dribble, but gives it to Maynard. Maynard penetrates in, nice jump step, spins it off on the reverse, and Maynard now with 11 points to get the lead back up to 10. Now they get it across midcourt. Umpleby backdoor pass finds Potts, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. He'll shoot a pair. Nice give and go that time by the Big Reds. They're going to get that foul on Ben Turner. That'll be his 2nd. Potts, who's had a great afternoon, hits on the first free throw as he's made 5 in a row after he missed his first 2 free throws, and there you see the push from behind. Potts now with 22 points on the game, make it 23. Now Booth will check back in as Turner will go to the bench. We're down to 6:48 remaining in the 4th quarter. Maynard will cross midcourt over to the left. Now finds Meredith, goes for 3, but his shot was rejected by Kopech, but right into the hands of Page, and he'll lay it up on the near side. So bad luck there for Parkersburg as they made a good defensive play, but Page in the right spot at the right time gets his 22nd point. Martin at the top of the key. Gets it over to Dennis as he goes back to retrieve it. Dennis now dribbles into the right side, over into the corner. Umpleby for 3, and he'll connect. He's got 11 points now, 5 this quarter. 64-57. Page with it. Dribbles inside, finds a lane, gets into the paint, puts up the shot, no good. He and Martin fight for the loose ball, and Page ripped it out, but then threw it out of bounds after he got control of it. And that gives it back to the Big Reds. We fall under 6 minutes to play in the final quarter. Here, this 5th game from West Virginia State University in the Little General Shootout against a 3-day event. Played all day yesterday, all day today, and they'll play from 10 a.m. all day tomorrow as Dennis able to find a crease, and he gets all the way to the basket and lays it in. He's got 12 second half points and 17 for the contest, and now Parkersburg back to within 5 They refuse to go away in this game as Page in the left corner takes it in, drives, goes up with a reverse, and Corbin Page goes back to work. He's got 24 points now in the game. He and Meredith just been huge here today, as now there's Umpleby forcing his way inside and drawing the foul. That'll be number 3 now on Brock Booth, and they'll call that on the shot, so it'd be 2 free throws as 5 team fouls apiece here in the second half. Umpleby hasn't had a free throw yet today, but sinks the first. So he's got 12. As checking in will be Jace Caldwell, and that'll send Livingston to the bench. Second free throw falls home as well for Umpleby. 66-61 in favor of Spring Valley. Meredith gets across court for Maynard. Maynard runs into trouble and they're going to get a foul on Fleming, as he had his hands all over him that time, so an easy call. And now that'll be team foul number 6, so the next foul will put Spring Valley on the 1-and-1. As Maynard was checking to see if it was or not. And there you see it across the timeline on our video productions instant replay. Right there, Fleming getting his hands on Maynard, and an easy call. It's Meredith. Jump steps inside, goes up with the underneath layup and gets it to fall. C.J. Meredith now with 25 points in the lead, back to 7. Kopech goes for the straight on 3, and he connects. Big shot there as Kopech with his first point since the first quarter. He's got 7, 68-64. Again, as close as Parkersburg has been since the opening period. Spring Valley has led the entire way, and there's a big reason why. C.J. Meredith able to answer back with another 3. He's got 5 for the game. Now Umpleby, can he answer back? No, misses from the left side, but there's Dennis with a big rebound. Had it knocked away from behind, though, by Booth. Up ahead, all alone, throws it up top and slammed home by Meredith. What unselfishness there by Caldwell. He had the easy layup, but waited for his teammate, and they went Hollywood on us, and it's 73-64 on the slam dunk by Meredith. 4 minutes to play now. Potts puts up the floater. He gets it to rim home, and we're starting to see both sides exerting themselves here in the fourth quarter. It's been good basketball here in the final period. Now pass goes over. Meredith saves it. Gets it to Booth. Now to Meredith. Goes for 3. No good this time. Potts able to tear the rebound away from 2 men. Now a 3-on-2 break. Now Potts takes it in left side. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound tipped out, and it's going to be off of Parkersburg. And what a missed opportunity there for the Big Reds, as they had a 3-on-2 and basically a 5-on-2 break and could not capitalize. And let's go back here and take a look at the dunk a second ago by Meredith. Again, the outlet pass to Caldwell, and he put it up nicely for C.J. Meredith, and he gave him a shout-out after ad as he pointed at him, the old Dean Smith rule. If you get a nice pass and you get a bucket out of it, thank your teammate. And now this time Meredith had the ball knocked out of his hands on the way up, and Parkersburg gets it back with 3:19 to play, 73-66. Umpleby gets a lane, but had it knocked away by Booth and unable to be saved by the Timberwolves as Livingston tried to keep it off the baseline, but out of bounds. It'll go back over to Parkersburg. Again, we've got the Morgantown girls and the South Charleston girls ready to go next here in another AAA clash. So stay with us as Potts off a screen for 3, and he hits. Sam Potts connects again from the outside. He's got 4 3-pointers for the game, 73-69. Under 3 minutes to play. Driving in, Maynard out to Meredith. He gets alone, no good this time. Martin tips the rebound. It goes to Dennis. Chance to get it to one possession here for Parkersburg. Dennis out front to Fleming. Fleming drives in, spins to the left, turnaround shot, and it falls for Austin Fleming. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. And Coach Maynard has seen enough. He calls a full timeout. We'll take it as well with 2:38 remaining. Back after this as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here on Video Productions.
Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Make your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car.
73-61, Spring Valley leads it, but Parkersburg storming back, and now a charge called on Page. Potts standing in and taking the contact and drawing the charge, and now all of a sudden, when it seemed like Spring Valley might have this game wrapped up, and there you see it on our instant replay, they have a chance to tie or perhaps take the lead on this trip. Potts goes for the lead, short. Rebound comes out long to Dennis. Dennis steps back, gives it to Potts again. He'll drive in right side, gets all the way in, but misses on the layup. And you see the reaction from the Parkersburg fans that are here. They really wanted to see that one fall. It's now the other way. Maynard drives over left side, steps back, takes it baseline. Nice dish underneath to Meredith, and he'll finish on the right side. C.J. Meredith with another bucket. He's got 32 points here for the game. 75-71, under 2 minutes to play. Umpleby in the right corner, drives in, puts up a floater, and he gets it to fall. Umpleby, who was quiet in the first half now, has scored 9 in the fourth quarter. 75-73, Meredith kicks it cross court. Maynard, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound kicks into the corner, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Timberwolves as Kopech rejoins the fray. As Spring Valley has led virtually the entire way. It swung back and forth a little in the opening stages of this game, but since then, Spring Valley has led by either 8 or in double digits throughout most of this contest, and now Parkersburg, after falling behind by 13 at the end of the third quarter, can tie it or take the lead. Potts, drive, counted, and the foul! Sam Potts goes to work again. He's got 30 points in the game to join Meredith of Spring Valley, and now a chance to give them their first lead since the first quarter. Did you see it here on our little general instant replay, the drive and the bucket? And Potts now at the line, free throw short, rebounded by Page. 1:15 to go in regulation. Up ahead, they get it to Meredith. Corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Page, though. Page goes back up, and he finishes on the right side. Corbin Page yet again on the low block. 77-75 now. Martin, under a minute to go. Lobs it back out front. That's 26 points now for Page. Down to 51 seconds in the fourth quarter. Can Parkersburg take this rally all the way to the finish here? Again, they trailed by 13 at the start of the quarter. Potts kicks it over to Dennis. Dennis with 38 seconds, brings it back out, gives it to Potts. Now, Coach Chrislip, he put up one finger. I don't know if he meant hold for one or just that was the play call. Well, Potts is going to take it, goes in, and it almost was a goaltend. Parkersburg thought it was. Up ahead to Page, and Page is hammered by Umpleby as he goes up and over Page on the play and commits the foul. And I tell you what, Coach Chrislip might have an argument here. That looked very close. Let's take a look at it here on our little general instant replay, and ooh, that is tight. Up against the backboard that time, and then what a release pass by Meredith after that, and Coach Chrislip still wanting an answer for it on the other end. But man, that was a close play on whether that was goaltending or not. Again, if it just goes onto the backboard, I believe that's still okay, but if it's coming down off the backboard, then that is a goaltend. Let's take a look at it again here. Can you see it? And ooh, man, that is close. Oh, and again, if you're a Parkersburg fan, you definitely want that called in that spot, but I'm not sure if it was or wasn't on that play. Again, we'd have to slow that down to a couple of milliseconds to be able to tell on that, but what a crucial play with now 19.8 seconds to go in the game. As Cam Strobel trying to slow it down on his screen right now to take a look at it as well. But man, oh man, that was just so tough to tell. Let's take a look at it one more time here on our instant replay. Ooh. Oh. I don't want to say either way because like I'm an impartial observer on this one. But, yeah, that one was very close. So, again, you leave that at the discretion of the officials on that play. But, man, the Parkersburg section exploded after that, wanting that call. And now Page with 2 crucial free throws, and he hits the first. The big man, 3 of 4 now from the line here this afternoon. It's a 3-point lead. He's got 27 points. No good on the second. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Meredith, and Parkersburg will have an opportunity here with 18.8 seconds to go. It'll be interesting to see if Parkersburg elects to call time. Well, they don't have any timeouts left. They've got to go. Spring Valley has 2 timeouts left. Let's see if Spring Valley elects to foul or they run this out. Again, a 3-pointer is what Parkersburg has to have here, down to 10 seconds. Potts looking for a screen, gets one from Martin. Taps back, goes for the tie. Off the top of the backboard, 3 seconds left, into the corner. Umpleby takes the 2, won't go, and that will do it. They will count the basket at the end, it appears, for Kopech, but it won't be enough. And Spring Valley, by the skin of their teeth, hang on to knock off Parkersburg 78-77, and an absolute thriller here from West Virginia State University. Well, we'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll recap the action here from Game 5 and get you ready for Game 6 between South Charleston and Morgantown as you are watching live with us from the Little General Shootout right here on Video Productions.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Great ball game here in game number 5 of 9 from the Little General Shootout as Parkersburg falls to Spring Valley 78-77. Chris Kidd with you with Cam Strobel, our engineer. Let's go through our final scoring on both sides, starting with Parkersburg. They were led by Sam Potts with 30 points on the afternoon. Then Carson Dennis with 17 points. Noah Umpleby with 15 points. Josh Kopech with 9 points. Julian Martin with 4 points. And Austin Fleming rounding out the scoring with 2 points. On the other end for Spring Valley, again, it was the 2-headed monster of Meredith and Page as C.J. Meredith finished with a game-high 32 points, followed by Corbin Page with 27 points. Chase Maynard finishes with 13. Brock Booth with 4 points, and David Livingston rounding out the scoring with 2 points as Spring Valley improves to 10-8 on the year, while Parkersburg falls to 7-11 on the season. As again, that goaltend or no goaltend call will be the talk on the way back to their respective schools, but Spring Valley able to withstand the rally from the Big Reds and hold on to win it by 1. Well, here in about 17 and a half minutes, we'll be back for our final game from West Virginia State University as we've got the Morgantown girls taking on the South Charleston girls coming your way next. So we'll step aside for a break and be back in about 17 minutes for the start of that contest. So you are watching with us live right here from West Virginia State University, the Little General Shootout on Video Productions.